I cut myself. And I was being so mindful. I have to tell you, I felt the razor in my hand before I did this. I actually took the time to feel it. I felt it press against my face. I even changed the blade, so I had a fresh new blade so that nothing would nick me. I shaved. And no matter what I did, it was too late. I sent that out. And it's going to come back to me. And it came back to me. And I had the worst cut on my chin. It would not stop bleeding for at least 45 minutes, and I was very frustrated with myself. So I decided I'm not going to shave for a few days. I'm going to let all this dissipate before I go to shave again, and maybe I'll get back into the swing of things. But I illustrate this because how many times in our lives, in the everyday moments of our lives, do we have this happen to us? And if you are not living consciously, what I just told you I wouldn't even be aware of. At least I'm aware of it. I see the cause and effect in my lifetime now. People who don't see this will say, oh, it's Murphy's Law. I don't know who the hell this Murphy is, but I'll tell you, he must have been a mystic because he figured these things out. People will say, oh, it's a coincidence. Oh, it's just, I'm a victim of the razor. I'm a victim of society. You're a victim of your subconscious. That is what you are, a victim of. And so, I wanted to share that with you. Now I'm going to go back into methods of scrying, and I'm going to tell you why scrying is important. And it is not the end of your magical path. In fact, there will come a time when you are not going to need to scry, or nor even have the desire to, further down the path. But you can't necessarily jump to that point, and I don't think you necessarily should. You should experience what it is to scry, and how that develops your intuition. And you should also be able to interact with beings that exist around you, that vibrate at a higher level, that are disembodied, nevertheless are alive, and vibrate at a different level. You should be able to recognize these personages and know which ones you want to interact with and which ones you want to avoid. Because there are very negative energies out there that have congealed because of people's thoughts and beliefs, have congealed and formed into beings that are intensely negative or intensely positive. And if you are living an unconscious way, you can draw those entities to you and then feel like you are a victim and have no power over what's going on. So I'm going to talk about that too. As I said though, as your auric field begins to concentrate and vibrate at a higher level, things are going to start happening to you that didn't happen before. You are going to shine more brightly from an astral being's perspective, from somebody who's disembodied from the physical vibration and is vibrating on a higher level in the astral. They are going to be able to see your vibration and your light that is condensed more than somebody else's who is at a duller vibration, a lower vibration. They're going to become more aware of your presence as you are becoming more aware of theirs. And because of this, you will tend to draw beings to you. As they discover that you are becoming more concentrated in your vibration and possibly even surpassing their vibration, they may be attracted to that energy. And so you're going to need to learn some psychic self-defense and to help you. Now, I'm not trying to scare you. There's nothing to be afraid of. You are fully in control. And in fact, this is a necessary part of your journey. Because everybody's going to get there eventually at one point or another. Anyways, you can't avoid it. We are all on the road toward enlightenment. We are all on the road of conscious creation. And this is part of it. So as you approach that path and go down it, you're going to need to know some of the pitfalls and how to handle this. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about right now. Okay, if you are familiar with the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Tibetan monks, through meditation, experience higher states of consciousness. And because of this, they see more clearly the other side of reality, the side that we cross over to after our physical death. And they are able to tell us some of the things that we will experience. And these experiences are backed up, even in Western society, with the study of near-death experiences. I want to put a plug-in for a website that will help you to better understand near-death experience, because this is important, because the truth of the matter is you are going to die someday. And I know we don't like to think about it, but we need to, because it's a part of life. And the more that you understand about the dying experience and the physical, the easier this transition is going to be for you. My 6th grade teacher knew that when it came to puberty. Mr. Watson taught us at the age of 12 all of the things, or the age of 11, all of the things that we boys are going to experience during this change in our lives. And I sure am glad that he was there and taught us this, because it made my transition into my teenage years a whole lot easier. And it's the same thing with death. You're going to have to understand what's going on and how you're creating what you're experiencing at that moment, so that this transition will become more easy for you. Some people, because we experience through the Tibetan Book of the Dead, they say that whatever you hold in your mind at the moment of your death is what you're going to experience immediately after you cross over. Now, this state may not last forever, but it may seem to. In the literal sense, it's not going to last forever. If you find yourself projecting false beliefs and in a painful experience, it's because of the beliefs you've held during your life. And what you're experiencing may seem like an eternity, but that's because when you cross over, time and space are at a higher level than what they are in the physical plane. And you are now vibrating at a higher level. You are experiencing the universe, the spectrums of the universe that you were not aware of in the physical state, where energy is more congealed. You are now in a higher vibration, less congealed. Your beliefs and your ideas and your thoughts are manifesting now at a faster, almost instantaneous pace, because they don't have to congeal enough like they do in the physical to manifest themselves. Some people die and have near-death experiences where they have hellish experiences. Some people die, have near-death experiences that are beautiful. And this is not a haphazard thing. Many people who have hellish experiences, you'll find out if you delve into their beliefs during their life, they believed that either they are going to go to a heaven or a hell during their life. That's what they fervently held and were taught. So the universe is not going to disappoint them. The universe is a reflection. Like we said, everything you send out from yourself is reflected on that egg with the mirror on the inside that we had talked about and brought back to you. And in that state, it's brought back to you immediately. So much so that you don't realize the connection until you do. And then as soon as you realize it, you're able to change it. That may take a while though. So if you do cross over and you start to see negativity, it will be your job to change your beliefs and what you are thinking. But wouldn't it be wonderful to be able to do that before you cross over? That's what you would like to do. That's why you need to contemplate the dying experience. You need to prepare yourself for it in this life, so that you can make those changes before you cross over. So if you believe in a hell, and you believe in your subconscious self that you during your life have committed these sins that you still are going to be punished for, and you deserve to have some degree of a hellish experience, that's what you're going to get, because that's what you believe. If you believe you're going to see family members that have crossed over, you're going to see them. And you will see them. They will be your family members that have already crossed over. Because they now know you believe you can see them. And they will come to you because they're waiting for you to realize that. If you want to connect to the higher power of everything that is and go straight up to the superconscious and feel yourself flowing as the force itself, as the energy that makes all of the universe, both physical and non-physical, you will arrive at that state of expanded awareness, because that's what you believe and that's what you desire, and that's what will manifest in that state for you.